A new home exchange member, Pierre-Jean, lives near Toulouse in the south of France. Lori, an experienced member from Laguna Niguel in Southern California, got in touch with him.
We put in our listing that we wanted to go to California or Florida and received many inquiries, including one from Lori.
We looked at the photo on the website and it looked like a lovely home.
Their own home gave Pierre-Jean, his wife, and his 2 daughters the opportunity to live as Californians for 1 month. They kept a souvenir, this photo album.
When we actually arrived at their home, we thought, unbelievable.
It looked exactly like on the site, but it was real.
The magic of home exchange is that you are immersed in a culture and you live as the people would in their countryside. And so there's no way to experience a country in the same way by going to a 5-star hotel.
The president of Home Exchange, Ed Cushions from California, pioneered home exchange on the web in 1996.
My main objective was to share the opportunity to do home exchange and have the same benefit and experience that I had. First year of home exchange, we had about 100 members. It was really a hobby. I had a day job. It was really an adventurous group of open-minded travelers.
Open-minded. That certainly describes Daryl and Greta from Redondo Beach, California. Home exchange changed their way of vacationing.
For me, it's with home exchanging, you look at travel differently.
Before, when we went someplace, it was usually cramped up, or frequently cramped up in a hotel room. And with 3 kids, no one of the 5 of us has any privacy whatsoever, and so it just was really tight. When you have a home exchange, now you're living in a home environment.
3 kids and a dog. Even pets love home exchange.
It's great for pet owners because basically, you know, we've never had to leave our dog in a kennel at all. Right. We've either taken our dog with us or we've left him in the house and the family who stayed here has taken care of him.
Before they try it, almost everyone has the very same concern, the fear of having a stranger in their own home.
It's natural for people who haven't done a home exchange to think that they're going to do a home exchange with a stranger, and that stranger may steal something or do damage to their home. But the reality is that no one ever does a home exchange with a stranger, and the whole process serves to make sure that doesn't happen.
First family, it was also their first time, so we were both equally anxious about that, about the risk involved, and we talked a lot about it. And after several phone calls, you start to just feel a connection with the family.
That was the first time we'd been to Canada as a family, and it was one of the best exchanges we had. I mean, the Canadians were fantastic, and Vancouver was an amazingly beautiful city.
Pierre-Jean remembers how difficult it was to convince his wife.
Leave my home to strangers? That was hard for me to imagine. In the end, I said, okay, forget my fear, let's do it. And it was better than we ever imagined. It was a dream to be repeated each year.
On July 4th, that was so impressive. We felt involved. Everybody standing up when the U.S. flag was passing.
We felt like them, in fact.
Our exchangers did a very good job of laying out maps of the area, how to get down into Toulouse, to get to the markets in Toulouse, to go out and look at some of the wineries, all the points of interest in the towns. And it's what I love about Europe is the history. Their history goes back millennia, whereas our history goes back 300-400 years. And so every town has its own separate history. So it's fascinating just to discover the history of each town.
Every Thursday, there is a local outdoor market, and we were so enchanted with the market and all the fresh fish and all the meats and fresh vegetables and all the things that they bring out, that we actually arranged all of our other activities around this day.
The Home Exchange president gets testimonials like this almost every day from members who want to share their stories.
I love talking to our members. They have such great stories about, some have done 20, 30, 40 home exchanges. Some have met long-lost relatives. Some have made great friends with their home exchange partners. Every single home exchanger has a great story to tell.
The holiday movie director got the idea for her script when surfing on homeexchange.com, and then reality copied fiction.
We had seen the movie The Holiday, and when we arrived in California, it was exactly the same type of house. We had the same experience as in the movie. It was unbelievable.
Our home has never been the reason for the exchange. The home size that we select has never been an issue for us. We're really looking for a certain area of the world that we want to learn about. It's more about the culture than it is about the house.
Besides saving money, Home Exchange offers benefits that make it a mainstream vacation alternative.
Home Exchange has followed the trend of internet dating, which 5 years ago was probably a little scary way to meet people, and people weren't so sure that this is a good idea. But now internet dating is like the go-to place to meet someone. Home Exchange 5 years ago was the fear of a stranger coming into your house, but now Home Exchange is becoming a mainstream way to travel. Almost everybody knows somebody who's done a home exchange, and people feel very comfortable using the internet as a way to do home exchange, which is like internet dating for your house.
And even as hundreds of new members join every week from around the world, Home Exchange is still a very personal experience.
Whether we have 200 members or 200,000 members, each home exchange is still between two members.
Members who feel at home anywhere in the world.
We have done 5 home exchanges.
We've had roughly about 8 exchanges now in about 2.5 years.
For Pauline, Pierre-Jean, Francois and Camille, it was their first home exchange.
Et voilà, to be continued. À suivre.